Hi, this is Git Basic Tutorial Part 2, and today I'm going to show you how to create branch, merge branch, delete branch, and at the end of this video I will show you how to create a Alias. In the first video I show you how to create a local repository with a master branch and make some commit to this master branch. So today let's see how we can create a branch. To create a branch, you need to type use this command git branch followed by the name of the branch. I call this branch deb, and you can call it any name you like. And before we can use this branch, we need to check out to it. So we type git checkout followed by the name of the branch, and you can see that the head will point to the new branch here. After that, we can, as usual, we change the contain the working area and add to the staging area and commit to the local repository in this branch. And the head will just point to the latest commit like this. So we also need to push this new branch into our remote repository. We type the git push origin followed by the name of the branch. In this case, our other member that work on this master branch will know that we are working on this develop branch. So next, I will show you how to merge the branch. So to merge the branch first, you need to check out to the master branch first, and then you type git merge followed by the name of the branch. Then you need to do the same thing by push this the merge into the remote repository by typing the git push origin master. So after you have finished all this merging, we can I will show you how to delete the branch because we don't need them anymore. So we need to remove this branch. We can type git branch that's d followed by name branch, and this command will only delete all the delete the branch from the local repository. To remove the branch in the remote repository, we need to type git push origin followed by the dash delete and the name of the branch. So this is the simple basic workflow on how to using the branch in our project, the Git project. So next I will show you I will do a demo in the terminal. So open up the project folder, and now this project folder I will create a new project folder and right click, select Git bash to open the terminal. And the first thing you need to assign a local repository. So you type git init. So you will create this .git folder for you. And the next we need to make the first commit on this master branch. So we can create a new project file. I create this index.html file. So now you have this index HTML file in your local working area. So you need to add this index into your staging area and commit it into the local repository. So now let's check the log one line. So now we have this first commit with the ID 80702CA. So in the diagram, it will look something like this. And now we can start to create a branch. Before that, let's check the current branch that we had in our local repository. And you can see we only had this master branch here. But before we create the branch, let's push this the master branch into our remote repository. Let's check the current remote we have. You can see it's empty. So we can add a new remote we call origin. You can name this one anything you like. You can say origin 2 or something else, followed by the address. This is my GitHub address, GitHub account, and I have already created a new repository. I call it project B, and this is the address. I just copy this address. I go back to this terminal and I insert this address and press enter. So I check this remote again. Now I have this origin remote in a local repository. So as I said just now, you can have a multiple remote. You can say another one called origin 2 followed by the address. Maybe you can use the local address. And now I check this remote again. Now you have this origin and origin 2 remote. But we don't need this origin 2. So to remove this origin 2 from the remote, we can type a remote followed by the remove, and then the remote that we don't want is origin 2. So check again. So we only let one remote called the origin. After this, now we can push our origin into origin, and the local repository master branch. And we press enter, and you will now start to make a copy of this master branch into this project B GitHub account. And I refresh this project B, and you can see now this index.html have been added to this project B repository. So in the diagram, it will look something like this. So next, we need to create a branch. We can start to create a branch. So to create a branch, we type git branch. But before that, let's check the current branch that we have. We already have one branch. It's a master branch with a star. Stars mean this head. The head is printing on the master branch now. So we can create a branch by typing branch followed by another branch. I call this one branch db. And check the branch again. Now we have the master branch and the deb branch, the develop branch. But before we can use this develop branch, we need to check out. I mean, we need to move this star into this develop branch here. So we type git checkout, followed by this followed by the nano branch. And it also tell you that this we already moved to this branch develop. So we check again, and you can see the star that pointed to this db here. In the diagram, it looks something like this. So after we already check out to the develop branch, and you can see this deb display there. And we can make some change and add the change to the staging area and commit it to local repository as usual. So let's use the default editor called index.html to add some content into this index.html file. But after you have opened out this text editor, you can start to type some content. Now I create a table in this index.html file. After that, you can save and close this terminal, this text editor. And you can check the content by using cat. So after that, you need to add this changing into the staging area by typing add dot or just the file name. And you need to commit it to the local repository. Say modify the index. So now we can check the log, and you can see now we have two commit here. One is the master, and one is on the develop branch. And in the diagram, it will look something like this. Now the head is printing to this ID here, the commit ID. Let's make another change. For example, if I try to create another file, and I call maybe our site JavaScript file. This our JavaScript file is added to this working area here. So we need to add to the staging area and commit it to the local repository. So now let's check the log again. We have three commit here. So we have the three commit here. So in the diagram, it will look something like this. And the head is pointing to this latest commit. And we need to make a copy of this branch into the remote repositories to let the other member know that we are working on this branch. So we can type git push origin and followed by the name of the branch. So in the diagram, it will look something like this. Go back to this GitHub, the project B remote repository. I refresh this, and you can see it's set down we have two branches. Okay, now go back to this terminal. Now that's one thing I want to show you, that branch. If now I check out, let's say if I check out to the master branch, I can check the file in this master branch. You can see that it only show me the index file without this JavaScript file. If I go back to the if I check the content inside this index file, you can see it's nothing. The modification on the develop branch haven't merged to the master branch, so master branch don't have the information on the commit in the develop branch. So if I now go back to the develop branch, and I type to list a file, and you can see I have this index HTML file and the site.js file. So to let the master have the information, send information at the branch in the develop branch, we need to merge the branch. We need to check out to our master branch first, and we use this command git merge followed by the nano branch. So now because now I in the master branch, if now I check the list of the file, and you can see site.js and the index.html have been outdated, and I check the content of the index.html, and you can see I can have this change the information for the change. So if we look at the diagram, it will look something like this. Now we already merged this, so the latest commit will move to this master branch. And we also have to push this the merge into the origin or the remote repository. This GitHub here, and I refresh this code, and you can see now we have this two file here, and we still have this branch. So the next thing we need to do is to delete the branch. So to delete the branch, we type git branch -d followed by the name of the branch. And let's check the branch. So now we only let behind this master branch, but in our but now in the remote repository we still has this branch here, so we also need to remove this one. So we type push origin followed by the delete and the name of the branch. And we go back here and we refresh this here, this remote repository. Now you can see that the branch have been removed. Now we only have this master branch here. So in the final diagram, it will look like this. You have merged the chain in the develop branch into the master branch in the local repository and the remote repository. So next time, for example, other member, let's say maybe outside here, other member he open a new project file called project C, and he go to this open out the terminal from here, and he can pull the, but before that he need to create a local repository file, and then pull the before he pull, he need to assign the remote address to this local repository. So he origin copy this address, copy the address from this remote repository and paste into this here and press enter, and he can pull the origin into this into his master branch. And now in his local repository, he has the same version and the same content from the remote repository. So now he can check the log. Log. And he can check the history by typing share followed by the ID. Maybe you want to check the modification inside the index file. He type the ID. Then he can see who and when have and the content inside this index.html file. So this is the basic workflow to create a branch and merge the branch and delete the branch. So next that's why I have promised that I will show you how to create the alias. Alias is mean a nickname. So using git alias mean we can assign a nickname to a long git command. For example, if I want to see the log for the one line and with the graph and all, I need to type every time. I need to type this. So if I in the configuration file, I assign the alias. For example, I say config in the global label and type alias dot, for example, a log followed by the long command log one line graph. Or so next time I don't need to type all the command. I just need to type give followed by this nickname alias, and you see print out all this thing for you. You can open out this configuration file to check the content that you have set. You can type git config global. That's it. And you will use your default editor to open out this .git config file for you. And you can see that here is the errors that I set. The thing that I want to show you is every time you need to type the git and followed by the status git commit, you can actually you can do something like just ignore the git. There's one setting that I want to show you right now by creating this .bas, this bashrc file. So to create this file, you type the task followed by this symbol that and .bashrc, and then you can use the nano to edit this file, or you can use your default editor to edit this file. Now I use the nano. So after that, you can type in all this command ls followed by the name of the ls you want and the command. Now this one I already done. So after finish, you just press the Ctrl S to exit. If you are used to save, then you just say yes. So after you come out to here, you can now, for example, I can type error. It also will print out all this thing for me. So you don't need to type the git anymore. For example, if now I made some, for example, I add another file, star.cs into this working area. So I don't need to type git status to show this staging status content. I can just type status. That's it. See, and I can say add star.cs to my staging area. Oh, sorry, I haven't included this add in my this you see this nano. Let me open out this the bashrc file again. It's rc plus rc. So I haven't added this so I can add another one here. Ls add equal to, and the spacing is not allowed here. You cannot say add space equal. This one it will give you error, so you had no space. So you can type git add. So you can press Ctrl S, and it will ask you modify the buffer is type Y to save, and you can press enter again to exit. After you add this one, there's one more step you need to do. You need to type source.bashrc to apply the chain of this bashrc file. So after typing this source, now you can add star.cs, and now you can check the status. Let's see, and you can commit it without typing git. So I think that's all for today. So in the next video, I will show you how to solve the conflict. Because for example, now I pull the origin master, and you see it will give you the message says already out of date. For example, it's when you are working on your branch and another person is working on this master branch and change the content and merge his branch into this master branch before you, all your master branch in your local repository is out of date, so it will give you the conflict. So how to solve this one, I will show you in the next video. So thank you for today.